Hello friends, welcome to English Crossroad channel. In this video, we will see the second unit of Poorvi text of class 7. The unit is about wit and humor. Humor refers to the quality of being amusing or comical, often used to entertain or lighten the mood and make us engaging. So let's begin with a fun related lesson, that is animals, birds and Dr. Dolittle. Before the lesson, let us do these activities here. These are activities which you have to do. First one is, do you have a pet or a domestic animal? If yes, why? If not, why not? How do people usually spend time with a pet or domestic animal? Share your thoughts with your classmates and the teacher. We can say that some people keep pets or domestic animals for companionship, stress relief, or to teach responsibility. Others might not have pets due to lifestyle constraints like allergies or personal preference. Spending time with pets, I feel that it is like playing with them, grooming or feeding, then taking them for walk, training or playing interactive games. All these we would like to do with our pets, isn't it? So these things we can say. And if you are not comfortable, if you have allergy, you will be not keeping your pet. Next is, you must have read stories where animals and birds talk. If you had a chance to communicate or with an animal or a bird, who would you like to speak to and why? Share your thoughts with your classmates and the teacher. So this my opinion is, if I could talk to an animal, my choice is dolphin. I would love to converse with a dolphin. They are highly intelligent, social and known for their playful nature. So I have said about my opinion. Next is, if we closely observe the body language of animals and birds, we can understand that they want to tell us what they want to tell us. Work in pairs and study the picture given below. Find out what emotions these animals and birds are trying to convey. You see, by seeing the picture, we can identify what are the emotions they are showing here, isn't it? See the first one, it looks like very angry, isn't it? Second one, afraid, showing a fearful face. Third one is looking very happy, happy and jolly. And fourth one, we can see it's very cool, spending the time very cool. So this is what my observation is. Now let's start our lesson. This is Dr. Dolittle. Dr. Dolittle was sitting in his kitchen talking with the cat's footman who had come to see him with a stomachache. So Dr. Dolittle, where was he? He was sitting in the kitchen and he was talking to the cat's footman. That means he is a patient. He was talking to him. He who had come to see him with a stomachache. Stomachache means stomach pain. Why don't you give up being a people's doctor and be an animal doctor? Asked the cat's footman. Now this patient is asking to the doctor that why you are treating people. Instead of people, why can't you treat animals? Okay, so this man is asking such a question. Will you ask this type of questions to the doctor when you are visiting the doctor? No, but this is something special. The parrot Polynesia was sitting in the window looking out at the rain and singing a sailor song to herself. She stopped singing and started to listen. Here, parrot, name of the parrot is Polynesia. Okay, Polynesia, she was sitting near the window and she was looking outside at the rain and singing. So she was looking out and she was singing a song, and while singing she heard the conversation between the Dr. Dolittle and the patient, that is cat's footman. So she stopped singing and now she started to listen to their talk. You see, doctor, the cat's footman went on. Went on means continued. You know all about animals, much more than what these vets here do. Vets. Now, what is vets? the animal doctor. Veterinarian doctors are called vets. So he's saying that you know vets here, you know much more than these vets here do. That means he wants to tell that usually the animal doctor, they don't know much about the animals like Dr. Dolittle know. So he's saying that Dr. Dolittle to sir, you know too much about the animals, so why can't you start treating the animals instead of looking the people? That book you wrote about cats, why? It's wonderful. I can't read or write myself. My wife, Theodosia, is a scholar and she read your book to me. You might have been a cat yourself. You know the way they think. Why is he having such an opinion that Dr. Dolittle should be treating animals? Because he had heard about a book. See, first of all, he is saying that I can't read or write myself. That means he don't know to read or write. But his wife is Theodosia and she is a scholar. Scholar meaning, you see, a learned person. Okay, a person who is learned. She knows to read and write. And she read your book to me. It means she was reading the book for this man, and when he listened to the book, he felt that you might have been a cat yourself. That means he's saying that Dr. Dolittle was a cat. Maybe he was a cat because you know the way they think. They means here cat. Okay, he's saying that you know the way he think. That means the way the animals or the cat used to think. This man, this doctor also knows about it. So he's saying that maybe you were a cat because you know everything about the cat. When the cat's footman had gone, the parrot flew off the window onto the doctor's table and said, that man's got sense. Now you see, after saying this, the man left. The parrot, it flew off the window. That means from the window, it flew and it came to the doctor's table. And the parrot said to the doctor that man, who is that man? The man who was the patient, that is cat's footman. This parrot is saying that this patient is having sense. That means understanding. That's what you ought to do. You ought to do means you must do. The parrot is saying the same suggestion that this doctor Dolittle should treat the animals, not the people. Be an animal doctor. Give the silly people up. Give the silly people up means stop treating the silly people. If they haven't brains enough to see you are the best doctor in the world. So the parrot is saying that this Dr. Dolittle is the best doctor in the world and the people can't understand. So stop treating people and start treating the animals. Give the silly people up. If they haven't brains enough to see you are the best doctor in the world, take care of animals instead. They will soon find it out. Be an animal doctor. So the parrot is advising the doctor that leave the people and start treating the animals. They will soon find it out. That means they will find that you are the best doctor. So be an animal doctor. Oh, there are plenty of animal doctors, said John Dolittle, putting the flower pots outside on the windowsill to get the rain. So he was listening to this parrot, but he did not give much importance for it. So he is saying that there are so many animal doctors. So it's not necessary that I should become an animal doctor. And without giving much importance to the parrot's talk, what did he do? He was putting out the flower pot outside on the windowsill, outside the window to get the rain. It was raining now. So the flower pot which is kept inside, it will not get enough water. So a little bit rain, if the plants are getting, it is good for it. Now, so he is keeping the flower pot now out of the window. Yes, there are plenty, said Polynesia, but none of them are any good at all. So the doctor and the parrot is saying that maybe there are many doctors, but no one is good. That is, no animal doctors are good. Now listen, doctor, and I will tell you something. Did you know that animals can talk? Now this Polynesia is telling to doctor that animals can talk. I knew that parrots can talk, said the doctor. So doctor is saying, yes, I know parrots are talking. Oh, we parrots can talk in two languages, people's language and bird language, said Polynesia proudly. If I say Polly wants a cracker, you understand me. That is, she's saying that if I will say If I will say Polly wants a cracker, you understand me. But here this kaka e fifi. So she is saying in another language. Good gracious, cried the doctor. What does that mean? That means parrot was saying that if I say Polly wants a cracker, you can understand. But when I say kaka oi e fifi, you will not understand. So the doctor is asking, what is this? That means, is the porridge hot yet? So, kaka oi e fifi, what does it mean? Is the porridge hot yet in bird's language? So, if that parrot is talking in human language, it will say, is the porridge hot yet? But if she says in her own language, that is in bird's language, it will be different one. My, you don't say so, said the doctor. You never talked that way to me before. So the doctor was surprised and he's saying that you have never talked to me in this way before. So I have never heard you talking like this and I can't understand this. What would have been the good, said Polynesia, dusting some cracker crumbs off her left wing. You wouldn't have understand me if I had. Parrot is saying, what would have been the good? That means if I was talking in my language, nothing will happen because you will not understand me. She was eating the crumbs and while eating only, she was saying all these things. Tell me some more, said the doctor, all excited, and he rushed over to the drawer and came back with a book and a pencil. When he heard about this language, bird's language, he was very anxious to know more about it. So he is telling to the bird, tell me some more. And what did he do? He rushed to the drawer and took a book and a pencil to note it down. Now don't go too fast and I will write it down. So he's saying to the parrot that you just teach me how to speak. Don't say very quickly because it will be difficult for me to note it down. See, when we are learning a language, suppose that if I know Malayalam, if I will talk in Malayalam, you may not understand. But if you talk in Marathi, I may not understand. So different languages, all of a sudden when we will speak, it will be difficult for us to understand. No? So that is why he is saying to the bird, don't say in a hurry, say slowly. This is interesting, very interesting, something quite new. So he's saying that it is quite new that I am going to learn the bird's language. This bird is going to speak and I am going to learn it. So this will be interesting. Give me the bird's ABC first. So first, before starting to learn, we have to learn the letters A, B, C, D. So he's saying, give me the birds ABC. That means ABCD. First I will learn about the birds, how they are speaking. Then you have to say it slowly also. So that was the way the doctor came to know that animals had a language of their own and could talk to one another. And all that afternoon, while it was raining, Polynesia sat on the kitchen table, giving him words to put down in the book. So now the parrot became the teacher and Dr. Dolittle was the student. This parrot was teaching Dr. Dolittle the language. So she was giving different words and the meaning to the doctor. At tea time when the dog Jip came in, the parrot said to the doctor, see, he is talking to you. Doctor's dog, name of the dog is Jip. When he came in, the parrot said to doctor that he is also talking to you. Looks to me as though he were scratching his ear, said the doctor. So doctor said, I feel that he is not talking, but he is scratching his ears. But animals don't always speak with their mouths, said the parrot, in a high voice, raising her eyebrows. She was getting angry. She was saying that the dog is speaking and he told he is not speaking, only scratching. Then the bird is saying that animals always will not talk with their mouth. They talk with their ears, with their feet, with their tails, with everything. So these animals, they will not use their mouth to talk always. Instead of that, they are using their ears, feet, tails and everything. Sometimes they don't want to make a noise. Do you see now the way he is twitching up one side of his nose? Twitching up means what? Moving upside. Okay, like wrinkling the nose from one side. Do you see that? What? What's that mean? Asked the doctor. Now the doctor is asking, what is the meaning of that? That means, can't you see that it has stopped raining? Polynesia answered. He is asking you a question. Dogs nearly always use their nose for asking questions. Now the parrot is saying that dog is saying to doctor that can't you see that the rain has stopped, and she is saying that almost every time they are using their nose to ask questions. After a while, with the parrot's help, the doctor got to learn the language of the animals so well that he could talk to them himself and understand everything they said. Then he gave up being a people's doctor altogether. So slowly and slowly, what happened? He started to learn the language of animals, and every he learned everything about animals. And when he learned the animals language, what did he do? He stopped treating people, and now he started to look after the animals. Complete the following sentence by selecting a suitable reason. The cat's footman suggests to Dr. Dolittle that he should become an animal doctor because he believes that Dolittle earns less fee, enjoys, dislikes spending, knows more about animals than the local veterinarians. Fill in the blanks by choosing the suitable option given in the bracket. Dr. Dolittle reacts to Polynesia's information about animal languages with both excitement and dash, certainty or curiosity. He was curious to know. So this is the answer, curiosity. He rushes to dash, write or memorize. He rushes to write the bird words she provides and is interested in learning more. Do you think Dr. Dolittle would be famous as an animal doctor? If yes, why? If not, why not? I think he will be very famous because now he knows the language of animals, isn't it? So he will be very famous. Anyhow, we will know more about it in the second part. As soon as the cat's footman had told everyone that John Dolittle was going to become an animal doctor, old ladies began to bring him their pet pugs and poodles who had eaten too much cake, and farmers came many miles to show him sick cows and sheep. Now, what happened? This man who has first suggested, that is cat's food man, when he came to know about it, he started telling about this doctor to everyone. Then old ladies began to bring him their pets, pugs. Pugs is a type of dog. And poodles who had eaten too much cake. That means if their digestion is not proper. And similarly, farmers came many miles to show him sick cows and sheep. If people started coming with their pet animals and domestic animals to treat Dr. Dolittle. One day a plough horse was brought to him, and the poor thing was terribly glad to find a man who could talk in horse language. You know, doctor, said the horse, that vet over the hill knows nothing at all. He has been treating me 6 weeks now for something or the other. What I need is spectacles. I am going blind in one eye. There's no reason why horses shouldn't wear glasses, the same as people. So one day what happened? A horse came there, and he's saying that vet over the hills. That vet means he's talking about another animal doctor, okay? And that doctor, where is he? He is from another, he is treating over the hills. That means the other side of the hill. He knows nothing at all. So this horse is complaining to Dr. Dolittle that the other the veterinarian doctor who was treating him, he don't know anything about animals. He has been treating me 6 weeks now. That means from 6 weeks he is treating him for something or the other. That means for what reason he wants the treatment, he is not getting the treatment for that. Instead of that, something else he is giving. What I need is spectacles. I am going blind in one eye. There's no reason why horses shouldn't wear glasses, the same as people. So he is saying that my problem is that my one eye, it is going blind. That means he can't see with one eye. And there's no reason why horses shouldn't wear glasses. He's saying that like people are wearing glasses when they can't see, that means spectacles we are using, no? So the people who can't see, they are using spectacles, glasses. So he is saying that when people can use, why can't animals? But that's But that stupid man over the hill never even looked at my eyes. So the problem of the horse was in the eyes, but he had never looked at his eyes. Instead of that, he was treating something else, a different treatment he was giving, but he never looked at his eyes. He kept on giving me big pills. Pills means tablets. Okay, big pills he was giving. I tried to tell him, but he couldn't understand a word of horse language. What I need is spectacles. So, like, see, when we are going to the doctor, no, he's always asking us what is the problem, and we are saying the problem, and according to that, only he's treating us. Here, the animals, they can't. All the people can't, all the doctors can't speak the animal language, isn't it? So this horse was trying to tell his problem to the doctor, but the doctor was not listening to him. He was giving big pills for different reasons which he don't wanted, and he wanted is the spectacles, and the doctor couldn't understand him. Of course, said the doctor. I will get you some at once. So this Dr. Dolittle is saying that I will get you some at once. I will get you some at once means I will give you a speck. I will give you a glass. I would like a pair like yours, said the horse, only green. Now he is saying that like the doctor is having a glass, similarly he also need one specs, but it should be green. Like we are using cooling glass, black color, brown color shade, different shades we are using. No, similar the horse wishes to have a green color specs. They will keep the sun out of my eyes while I am plowing in the field. You see, when we are going out in the hot sun, we are using cooling glass, no? That will be black in color, black, different color. Why? To be our eyes, we feel very comfortable when we are going out in that dark glass. Similarly, the horse is saying that it wants a green glass. Certainly, said the doctor. Green ones you shall have. You know, You know the trouble is, sir, said the plough horse as the doctor opened the front door to let him out. So the doctor promised to give him a glass, and when he was asked to go out, at that time the horse is saying, the trouble is that anybody thinks he can doctor animals just because the animals don't complain. So you see, he's saying that the other veterinarian doctors, they think that they can treat animals easily because they don't have any complaint, they don't know to say the complaint. As a matter of fact, it takes a much cleverer man to be a really good animal doctor than it does to be a good people's doctor. So the horse says that people's doctor have less problem because people can talk and they will communicate with the doctor and they can say the problem. But the animals can't. So to be an animal doctor, it should be more clever man. Well, said the doctor. When will my glass be ready? Then he is asking when he will get his glass. I will have them for you next week, said the doctor. Come in again Tuesday. Good morning. So he's saying that next Tuesday he's asking him to come to get that glass. Then John Dolittle got a fine big pair of green spectacles, and the plough horse stopped going blind in one eye and could see as well as ever. You see in this picture the horse wearing the glass, and the doctor is asking him to read. So like we are going to the doctor for the eye checkup, and we are also doing the same now. So now the horse had solved his problem. The doctor Dolittle gave a glass, and now he was not having any more problem. And soon it became a common sight to see farm animals wearing glasses in the courtyard, countryside, drowned puddle by, and a blind horse was a thing unknown. So now it was a common sight. You see, first time if someone is doing a thing, everybody will be watching at that person, isn't it? But now it was a common sight. That means like people are wearing spectacles is not a very unusual thing. Similarly, in that area near the Dr. Dolittle's area, every farm animals were having this uh, it in It became a common sight to see farm animals wearing glasses in the countryside. Countryside means the rural area. So that area now, it was not a big thing. Is not it was not it was not an unusual. It was not an unusual thing in the countryside. It was a common thing now. And there was no more blind horses, because all the horses who were having problem, now they were having the specs. And so it was with all the other animals that were brought to him. As soon as they found that he could talk their language, they told him where the pain was and how they felt. And of course, it was easy for him to cure them. Now, when this doctor learned to talk to the animals, all the animals, whenever they are brought to him, they were telling their problem, like we human beings are telling a problem. They were telling their problem to doctor, and he was treating them, and very soon they felt cured. Cured means their disease were gone. Whatever, if they have a stomach ache or any problem, they will tell to the doctor, and doctor knows their language, and so it was easy for him to treat it. Now all these animals went back and told their brothers and friends that there was a doctor in the little house with a big garden who really was a doctor. Now these, after getting the treatment, good treatment from Dr. Dolittle, they went home, and when they are going everywhere, they used to tell the other animals that there is a really good doctor for the animals, because he was treating the animals after knowing their problems. And whenever any creature got sick, not only horses and cows and dogs, but all the little things of the field like harvest mice, badgers, and bats all came at once to his house on the edge of the town. So not only cow, dog, and horse, but other animals, field animals like harvest mice, small mice, badgers. It is also a small type of mammal. It is a short-legged omnivorous animal. It is having white strip on its face. So that is badger, and bats all came to his house on the edge of the town. That means his house was near the town. So all the animals came to his house for the treatment. He had a big garden, was nearly always covered with animals trying to get in to see him. Like patients are going and making a big queue in the doctor's house. Similarly, these animals are coming and making big queues in his house. That is, in the garden was full of animals to get treated by this Dr. Dolittle. There were so many that came that he had to have special doors made for the different kinds. Now different type of animals are coming. You see, different type of for different animals. Like a mice or dog needs only a small entry, but horse will need a big entry place, isn't it? So he made different special doors made for the different kinds. He wrote horses over the front door. That means the front door he wrote horses. Cows over the side door, so cow should enter from the side door, and sheep on the kitchen door. So for entry of each animal was made different. Like we are going to the child specialist, eye specialist, heart specialist, different type of doctors are there, no? Here is a different type, no? Different animals were having but all the animals were treated by him, but they were having different ways to enter in to his house. Each kind of animals had a separate door. Even the mice had a tiny tunnel. Tiny tunnel means small opening made for them into the cellar. Cellar means a room below ground level, often used for storage. We are keeping the things to store there. So that is cellar, room below the ground. So mice had a tunnel made from them into the cellar. Cellar means the room underground, where they waited patiently. Patiently means without any hurry or frustration. They were waiting there in rows for the rows means in a queue for the doctor to come round to them. So doctor, one by one, they were waiting there very calmly for the doctor. One after the other, he was going to each animal and giving the treatment. And so in a few years time, every living things for miles and miles got to know about John Dolittle, MD. And the birds who flew to the other countries in the winter told the animals in foreign lands about Dolittle, who could understand their talk, and help them in their troubles. So, not only nearby, but far, far, far this message was going. So, see, every living things for miles and miles got to know. That is very far. Now, the animals from the far were coming to him. And similarly, birds can fly to other countries. So, when they are going to the other countries in the winter, they also told about this doctor in the foreign countries, about this Dr. Dolittle. In this way, he became famous among the animals all over the world. He was happy and liked his life very much. So now, Dr. Dolittle was very happy to treat the animals because he was having a good time. He can understand their problem and he can give the good treatment. So he stopped. He had already stopped treating the people, and now he was happy with the animal treatment. So that was the lesson. I hope you have understood this lesson. And if you have understood this lesson and like the explanation, please like, share, and subscribe my video. Thank you. Then let us know who is the author of the lesson. He is Hugh Lofting, the author of this lesson. Okay, so Hugh Lofting was a British author, best known for creating the character of Dr. Dolittle. Born on January 14, 1886, Lofting wrote children's book that combined adventure, fantasy, and moral lessons. His notable works are The Story of Dr. Dolittle, written in 1920, and The Voyage of Dr. Dolittle in 1922. These two are very notable works. Legacy. Lofting's Dr. Dolittle series has been widely acclaimed and adapted into films, TV shows, and stage productions.